Hey guys, Mr. Mice is here with you today, and I wanted to go over how to use the normal distribution in Geogebra. So in my previous normal model videos, I've used the TI Inspire to show you how to use normal CDF and normal PDF and things like that to do the normal model and inverse norm. But a lot of us out there use Geogebra, so I'd like to show you how to use Geogebra. So let's take a look here, and I will open up Geogebra. And what I'm going to do here is I have some previous problems that I've done here in the past. I've got these superhero ratings of supervillains, all right? So if you want, you can pause the video now and just take a look at what I've done here. This is the work that I've done for these particular problems. And so I'll kind of scroll over here so you can take a look at that. You can rewind and pause any of this to take a look at my work. I'm not going to spend too much time. I'm not going to spend any time actually on the work today. I'm just going to show you how to solve these problems using Geogebra. So let's take a look at Geogebra. So really what we're doing here is we are looking for what percent of villains have power rating less than 30.5. Here is our normal distribution. So in Geogebra, I'm going to go to, I like, again, using Geogebra Classic. And in Geogebra Classic, we're going to go with probability this time. All right, so we go probability, and we've got our normal distribution. All right, so let me move my screen just a little bit here so we can see what we're doing. Okay, so here's our normal distribution. It starts with our normal distribution, and what we're going to do is we are going to, the problem that we have here is we want to know the percent of less than 30.5. And so what we could do is we can use our z-score, all right? If we want to use our z-score that we calculated, which when we calculated that as -1. So if we want to use the z-score, we can put in, we're going to go less than, so we want all the areas shaded in. And we just put in -1 here, -1, hit enter, and it gives us our percentage, 15.87% or 0.15. That is what we got right here. So we can do it that way. Or since we have the mean and the standard deviation in this case, I can change the mean, 43, and the standard deviation, I believe, was 15. Let me go back and check on that. 12.5, sorry, 12.5. And then if I'm going to do that, I want my actual value here of 30.5. And now it gives it to me. So here's my probability. All right, there we go. And it tells me what my mean here is, my standard deviation. Bam, that's all you got to do. All right, and then we've got our answer. So let's take a look at another one. How about between 41 and 65? Pretty easy. Between, we're going to use this guy there. Okay, and we're going to go 41 and 65. We're going to keep the other ones the same. And we got, remember to hit enter, otherwise it won't give you these things here. So we got 52.44%, 0.5244. Is that what I got? It is. Look at that. In this one, I use the table. Why use a table when you got technology, right? It's not 1975, which happens to be the year I was born, but that's too much information for all you YouTubers out there or YouTube watchers out there. Okay, how about this? What would be the power rating of villain at the 70th percentile? So that's a little bit different here. Now, we're doing a percentile problem, and so we're actually looking for the value where this is 70%. Now, Geogebra is a little tricky on this because it won't let you enter in this. You know, I can't enter in the actual percentage here. So what I have to do is I have to do this first, because I know that a percentile means that this whole area is 70%. Now this is nice, I can take this and I can move this around. Now if I had it right in the dead center here, right in the middle, let me get to the middle here. I should have, what was it, 43. You know, if I get close to 43, it should be 50 percentile, right? It's the median. So what I want to try to do is just scroll this guy until I can get to 70% or 0.7. Or I'm just going to go as close as I can to that. All right, so I've got right about there, 7.703. Let me see if it lets me put a 0 in here. Nope, it doesn't. All right, it looks like it's about 50. What do I end up with here? 49.5. Okay, what did I get? 49.66. Let's try to get as close to 70 as possible. See, so, you know, it really doesn't really, I mean, we can get as close as we can, but we're just going to go and use what Geogebra has here as the close piece, which is, this is about as close as we're going to get. 0.7007. It's pretty good. So that's 49.57. So I'll go and say like 49.6. If you're really close like that, I mean, that's going to be good enough. You're not going to have to be super duper precise. It's not really going to change much for us. So we're going to say 49.6 is the 70th percentile. Again, we're looking at the percentage right there. Okay, so how do we do this last one? We're talking about the IQR. The IQR, we're going to want the 75th percentile and the 25th percentile. We're going to want the numbers in between there. So what we're going to have to do is we're actually going to have to do the math here. And you could use what I did here is I did the z-score. You could use the z-score, or you can just find the 75th percentile, find the 25th percentile, and then subtract. But you are going to have to do that subtraction piece. So what I would do here is I'd find the 75th percentile first. Oop, I got a 0.1 there. 51.43. All right, I would write that down. That's my Q3. All right, 51.43. That's right there, 51. And then I would go to my 25th percentile. Oh, I like that. That's a good one right there. 34.56 or 57. I would write that down, okay, like I did here, 34. And then I'd subtract those to get my IQR. I want to remind you that a percentile is the value at which 70% of the population is below that. That's why I was looking for, you know, when I did that in GeoGebra, I was looking for the probability or the percentage to be 75% or 70%, because that tells me that 70% of the population is below the value of 49.5789. All right, so that's how we're going to use GeoGebra to determine some normal model probability problems. All right. Okay, y'all. We'll catch you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Later.